Hello everyone and welcome to the lab session of ad hoc commands. So in this lecture we are going to do a lot of practice related to the ad hoc commands. So let me first log into my box. This is my Ansible server, and from this server I am going to manage my managed host with ad hoc commands. So first of all we have to look for the etc Ansible host file. So here you can see that I have created a group that is called testing, and we have 3 servers in that group. And if you want to see what all the servers we have in that group with the command line, we have this command ansible -- list host and the group name. So with this command it will list out to you what all the servers we have in that group. Now very first command, very simple command, you have already know that ansible -m command -a uptime and testing. So it will give you an output of all the servers. The best part is that all the commands run parallelly on all the servers. That's why I'm getting an output very quickly. Suppose if you have 100 of servers, so here the advantage of Ansible, it will throw this command parallelly to all the servers. So within few seconds you will get an output from all the servers. Next command, suppose instead of uptime I want to run this uname -r. So you will get an version of your OS version, you will get immediately. Suppose you want to check the ping connectivity, so ansible -m, and you have to use this module ping, and this is my testing. You can use testing before to module as well, it is up to you. If you want, this command is also run instead of testing at the back, you can use here as well. So with this command also you will get an output. Okay, successful means this command has run in all the servers. You're getting a green output, it means it has run on all the servers. Now suppose I want to copy a file to all my managed host. So let's take an example. Suppose I want to copy this file, this. And one more thing, currently I am running this ad hoc commands using my ID, that is as Verma. It's a normal user. Now the task which I'm going to copy this file to all my managed host. So the command would be ansible -m. Now I'm using copy module. Instead of command I would be copying. A is my attribute, source, my source is this one, etc host, destination where I want to copy. So for testing purpose I am copying in my temp directory and with name of host, and I want to run it on all the servers that will be the part of this group, that is testing. So this command will run on all the managed hosts. So let's see what output I am getting here. Immediately it has run, you can see that I have got an output here. So change is true, it means they have copied all the files to all the servers. So let me log into one of my servers and we'll see. So what's the IP of my, so this is the IP of this client 1. So let me log into this server, let me cross check. I have just logged into one of my servers that is a part of testing group, and I'm in this. The destination was /tem and group. Here you can see the file has been copied. But you can see that the ownership of the file is showing S Verma, but at the client, at the server end, that is a control node, if I am going to see the file permission and ownership, it is root and root. The reason being why the permission has not been changed, because this operation, this ad hoc command has been done with user S Verma, but I want that it should be run with the root, so that it will copy with root permissions. So in that case, what we can do here, the same command we can fire here, and at the back end what we can do, I can give this become. So what will happen, it will again run this command on all the servers, and now it will run with, now what it is showing, that missing root password, right? Why I'm getting this? Because at the client end, as a security point of view, what I have done for all the users of S Verma, whenever they will elevate its privilege from normal to root users, it should ask for the password. So here you have to specify capital K. Now I need to give the password of all the users. I have set the same password. Now you can see that it has run on all the servers. If I am again coming here and I will checking the permission of this, now you can see that the permission is still the same. I'm in this. Okay, so what happened here, why I didn't change the permission? Reason being, here you can see that changed is false. The Ansible is very much smart here. It has found that this file is already existing on the server, so they didn't touch the file. So if I am running the same command here, let me show you. If I am running the same command and instead of this I am giving a new file name like host1, so what will happen, it will copy the files to all the servers, and now you can see it has been changed. Earlier it was not showing this one. Let me show you. The command has run successfully, but it was not showing changed. Change was false, because they have found the same file was already existing on the destination. So they have not touched the file which was already existing on the destination. So now I have given a different file name, that is host1. Now you can see that the host1 file has been copied with user S Verma. So two commands which I have fired here. The first command, this one, which has run as a normal user, this one. So normal user my S Verma, so this command has run and it has copied this file to all my host file, but it has run with normal user S Verma. Again I have run the same command, but destination I have changed with host1, and also I have elevated its privilege. It means that the communication will be with S Verma, but whenever it will try to copy this file, it will first elevate its privilege from normal to root, and then it will copy the file. So it will become the root. That's why it has copied this file as a root. And if I'm again firing the same command where this same file is already existing there, it will not touch the existing file. So friend, that's all for this lecture. In the next lecture we are going to understand few more modules, that is file modules. Okay, so thanks, and if you have time, please join with me in the next lecture. This was host_testing. So this was the file. I want it should be full permission. Owner should be your Unix ADM. So Unix ADM user I have created on two clients, client 1 and client 2. I haven't created on third one. So let's see what error I am getting. I'm doing this for the testing purpose only. And one more thing, I need to elevate my privilege, because if I'm trying to change the ownership, if I'm doing with the normal user doesn't have that much of permissions to change the ownership. So let me become a root here. Capital K is for ask for the password. I'm getting an error because I haven't specified the group, the targets on which it should be running. Now you can see that on client 2 it has done change, and they have changed the permission for client 1 as well. But on client 3 I'm got an error like it got failed, and failed because shown is the command which is used to change the ownership, and they are saying that this Unix ADM is not there. So that's why it got failed. So let me check on other client machine, like whether the permission has been changed or not. Now you can see the permission ownership has been changed now. Earlier it was S Verma, now it has been changed from S Verma to Unix admin. So let me do one thing. Let me log into my client 3 as well, and let me create the user as well. User add Unix ADM. Now I have created this user on the client 3 machine. Now again I am filing the same command. Now you can see the two servers, they have found the file is already there with the same permission which I want to do it. So on client 1 and client 2 it didn't change anything. On client 3 they have found this file, and the file was with SVerma ownership, so they have changed the ownership to Unix ADM. So with this way you can do the changes with using file module. One more thing, if you want to delete any directory, any file from the destination, you can do the same thing. Instead of this, here I want to delete, so what I can do here, I can mention this state is equal to absent. So this command will try to delete this file from all the host. So the file has been deleted. Let me cross check. I can see the file is not available on the client machine. So friend, that's all for this lecture. Hope you have understand how we can use this ad hoc command to do your operations, day-to-day operations. Thanks for watching, and if you have time, please join with me in the next lecture. Bye bye, take care. Welcome to the lab session of Ansible. So in this lecture we are going to understand few more aspects or few more testing related to the ad hoc command. So let me first log into my Ansible server. So in this lecture we are going to understand how we can put some content on the files which is already existing on the destination servers. Suppose I have some content and I want to put it on all the files. So how we can do that? First of all, let me create a file. So this is a file here. I'm just copying. First of all, let me create a file here. Touch practice and so I have just copied a file that is practice to all my destination. Let me come to my this client machine. This file has been copied and you can see its size is 0. It means it's a empty file. Now I want to put some content on that. So I would be using Ansible -m copy attribute content so this is the content I have put it in my file. So destination would be this one, that is practice. Okay, testing, some typo mistake is here. Let's see. This one, because it has started with single quoted here. So this has been done. Let me come to the file of, let me come to check in my client machine. You can see that in the client machine I can see the content in the practice file. Earlier it was empty. So with this command what we have done two commands here only. So first command is to copy the file practice, and second is just to put the some content on the file. So with this command, if again I will file the same command, the Ansible is intelligent enough. It will not do any changes because the content it is trying to copy, it will find that the content is already there, so it is not going to touch the file. So this is the beauty of Ansible. You can say, suppose I am doing some changes, like I want to change the content. Now it will do the changes. So Ansible 122. So with these commands you can do a lot of things on the client machines. So guys, I would request you start doing practice. Whatever the commands I have shown you in my lab sessions, do it from yourself so that you will have some confidence how we can start automating the different tasks in your environment. And if you have any confusion, please put your query into the question answer forum, or you can directly reach to me as well. Bye bye, take care, thanks, and if you have time Join with me in the next lecture. In this lecture, I am going to discuss about the difference between command and shell module. The command module allows administrators to quickly execute remote commands on managed host. It means that suppose I just want to know what is the operating system version running on all my managed host, or I just want to know what is the uptime of all my managed host. So for such type of task, we always prefer to use the command module. But command module has few limitations. That is, the command module are not processed by the shell on the managed host. So what is the impact with that? Impact is that whenever you are using the command module, then at the managed host, the command module is not able to use their variables, their environmental variables, their local variables, their global variables. And because of that, few operations are not permitted. Like if you want to use the redirection in your command, if you want to use the piping, so those commands will not work. For situations where commands require shell processing, administrators can use the shell module. So if you have such type of command or such type of work where the shell processing is required, then use the shell module instead of the command module. So here we have taken the example. Suppose I just want to know the value of the set command. So set command is basically, if you run the set command on any server, it will list you what are all the variables that is available on your system. That is your environmental variable, the system variable, the global variables, your local variables. So if you are firing with the command module to get the set command output, it won't work. For that, here you have to use the shell module. So I just want to show you Ansible -am. So first I am using the command module -a, and I just want to know the output of set command. I can see that the command module is not able to get the output of the set command from all my servers that is defined under the dev group. So for that you have to use the shell module. That's all. Here you can see that I am getting an output. So friend, that's all for this lecture. Hope you got an idea the difference between the modules, where you have to use the command module, where you have to use the shell module. So that's all. We'll see you in the next lecture. Bye.